All right, YouTube, what is going on? It is your boy Cdub, and I think I am live. I'm hoping I'm live. So if I am live and you happen to pop up, come and check me out. Hold on, it wants me to make a title. Create a title. Cdub's chat. So as we try to learn to make sure, here we go. Smile for the thumbnail. All right, here we go. Going live. This is so cool. It actually puts going live up there. All right, I am live. What's going on, YouTube and Weight Loss Warriors? It is your boy Cdub, and I'm live. Guys, I just wanted to pop on because I got a brand new laptop. So I wanted to give it a shot, see what it was all about, and see how it worked. So I figured I'd hop on, see if any of my peeps were out there. Wanted to check out, wanted to talk with me for a little bit. So anyways, guys, I got some new editing software with this laptop, so I'm super excited about being able to, produce new content with this, be able to produce new editing skills, get to play with all that stuff, and figure out what I need to do in the future to, continue to make great content for you guys. So while I'm sitting here waiting for some people to hop on, I think I'd love to be able to answer some questions if some people pop in. But I think we'll talk about, I don't know, let's start recently this week. Not too much has been going on. I got a good, nice, long walk in today. I went down to the Cdub after work and walked and had this computer get delivered, which was a pain in the butt. I ordered it a while ago, and FedEx kept delivering it when I wasn't home, which is absolute most annoying thing you could ever imagine. And so, I felt like, okay, well, I didn't even know what to do, but eventually we got that all worked out and we got that all straight. And, we were able to pick it up today. So thank goodness for that. My old one was just not doing very well. And I wanted to get some nice editing software, but, my old computer was just not good enough to edit. So I have to do the editing on my PC here. And I wanted to be able to move around more and edit on the go and edit with something. So I took the time in to get this laptop. So I'm super excited to continue to bring you guys some new content with that and be able to edit it up and get going. So other than that, this week, you guys know I got a couple videos coming out this week that are going to be good, but I did a few. I interviewed the Fasting Fat Man. If you haven't got a chance to see that, he posted a new video today. What an amazing guy he is. He's down now 200 pounds. If you can believe that, 200 pounds. And he just started in January. Not to mention his subscriber count is blowing up. I mean, what a fantastic job that guy's doing. So, that's all good to know as well. I'm wishing him John, all the best of luck. He was a great interview. I probably spent another 40 minutes just talking to him about life after we got off the phone. So that was really cool. I want to make sure you guys know that if you got any questions, I do want to go live and do a Q&A. So if you want to sit down, if you watch this on the playback and you're thinking about it and you want a question, drop it down below. Just put your question and write down like a hashtag, let's say hashtag ask Cdub. And so I'll know, hey, answer that on the live stream. And I'll set that up so that I can answer you guys' questions. I also gained 20 plus subs today. And a lot of that world comes from Reddit. So you Reddit people that were showing me a lot of love today, I appreciate your new support. It's nice to have a community there that's coming in and finding out all about the Weight Loss Warriors here on YouTube. I want to keep that growing. Now I'm 100 and I don't even know 17 or so subs away from getting to 1,000. So that's amazing. Somebody join me. You can say what's up in the chat if you'd like. If you got any questions, it's nice to have somebody pop on in. But so that's coming up soon. We're gonna hit that 1,000 mark. Hopefully, do a nice Q&A here coming up. I'm also gonna sit down and interview my wife. I felt like through our fasting, journey, she's lost some weight. She's changed. She's also had to deal with me having massive weight loss and seeing my changes in my life. So I thought it would be cool to sit her down and talk to her and figure out some different stuff, that you guys might, want to think that you wanted to know from her. So she's lost some weight, and I'm going to let her tell you exactly how much and what impact fasting has made on her life. So that'll be cool. I'm also trying to work on a couple collabs right now with a couple other YouTubers. So I'm looking forward to those. And I also talked to Kayla Cox from 6 Miles from Supper. If you guys don't know who she is, she interviewed me one time and talked about my journey. But we talked about having her come on my channel and to do a little sit-down interview with her, which I think would be amazing. So to hear her journey for you guys, if you haven't gotten over to her channel, get over to her channel. It's amazing. For those of you that haven't joined me on Instagram yet, I don't know what you're waiting for. Get over on Instagram. It's Taking Down Fat with Cdub on Instagram. I'm starting to post stuff on IGTV. I'm going to have something come out on IGTV tomorrow. I think I've posted 3 or so videos on IGTV. So that's going to grow. That's going to make a better impact situation. So that's exciting. So a lot of little cool stuff that's going on, guys. Definitely make sure the Fasting Club Facebook app, if you haven't got on that yet, get in the Fasting Facebook app. Hit those guys up, guys. I also want to say that if any of you out there have a favorite video of mine that you really like, that you think is nice or cool or whatever, good. If you share that video on either Instagram or Facebook or Twitter with all of your people and you tag me on it, I'll send you a personal DM thanking you. So I just want to make sure you guys know that. Scroll down, find the one that you really like, the one that motivates you or that you felt like people would get a lot from. And I will make sure to tag you. And you tag me, I'll make sure to DM you and thank you personally for that, because I want to spread the word. I want to try to make a good, hard break here to 1,000. I think it would be, epic if we could get that done. I set the goal here recently a while back of getting there by the end of this school year for me, and I think I'm going to have accomplished that. But, you can't get there too quick because I just want to help people. So, that's the main objective here and the main thing that I want to get done with this channel and what I want to bring to you guys. So, in case you missed it in the beginning there, this is the new laptop. Probably not going to be in this exact setup, but I do want to do lives from here. I wanted to see how it worked. It looks good. I'm not having a lot of people join in. Of course, it's Friday night and everybody's out with their family and doing their own thing. So I fully understand where you guys are at right now, but I wanted to check it out. I wanted to see if it was good and what could be done better. So I'm going to fix the lighting and fix some different stuff. Hopefully you enjoy my Pokemon back there. Big Pokemon fan. Anyways, guys, I appreciate you joining me. I didn't even get to see somebody's here watching, but they didn't say what's up over here in the chat. So I don't even know who you are, but I appreciate you watching. I appreciate your support. My one lone weight loss warrior out there viewing me right now. So next week, I will set up a live. I'm probably going to be on Tuesday. So if you have a question, drop it down below. I know most of you didn't get to see this live, but drop it down below when you watch it. Drop it in any of my previous videos and just say hashtag ask Cdub and then light me up with your question. You can also hit me up with it on Instagram. You can hit me up with it on Twitter. You can hit me up with it on Facebook. You could even hit me up in the Fasting Facebook group and just say, hey, yo, this is my question, and I'll get back to you. And please, guys, pick out your favorite Cdub video, share it on your social media platform, tag me in that share so I can show you some love, because I appreciate it. I want to grow. Somebody else join me, man. You want to shout me out in the comments and let me know who it was? All right, I guess not. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. But anyways, guys, I appreciate it. And I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, let you guys enjoy your weekend. I will have new content probably coming out Sunday for you. And then all next week, got some videos lined up. I got some good stuff set up for you guys. So I appreciate it. Look at you, man. There you go. Finally, somebody finally shouted me out. What's going on? My redneck, man. You my homie. Hey, hope all's going well, dude. Is the second channel up? What is the second channel? I don't know what you mean, man. Oh, we got two up here. Uh-oh. Maybe I can hang around for a minute here. What does the second channel though mean, Adam? I don't know. We're all on the other one. There's another one? Really? Are you serious? How do I get back to that one? Oh man, let me try to hop over there because if there's multiple people on, I will definitely hop over to the other stream if I can figure out how to hop over to the other stream. All right, I'm gonna leave this one and see if I can figure it out, man. Boom. What's going on now, peeps? Are we out here? It says I'm live right here. Can't really figure this out. Man, YouTube, I will tell you, YouTube is not my friend when it comes to going live. Two are up at one time. How do I look at my own live now then, man? All right, so let's see. If I click on the live here, heading back over. Now it wants me to make a third one. I don't want to go to a third one. Where's my stream at right now? Is this it? Look, people, I cannot even tell you. It says I'm live right here. Take me there, live dashboard. Am I here? Oh, 5 viewers. That makes me feel so much better. Hey, Amber, what's happening? Can you guys see me now? Are we good? Can everybody, can hear me now? Hey, Amber, what's happening? Oh, dude, that is it. I'm legit. Oh, hey, there we go. What's going on, Debbie? I was like, nobody loves me enough to come on and check me out on YouTube, man. That was such a bummer. But hey, trucker driving, man, gamer, what's up? What's happening, Danny? Live and large. Man, that is so cool. I feel so much better. You know, boy, I was so like, man, I can't even get one person on here right now. But if you guys didn't check it out from earlier, I'll scroll back up and see a little bit. But I have, I got a brand new computer. I was just trying to test out, see what the deal is. And the computer looks pretty good. How's it seem to you guys? Does it sound pretty good? I know I need a better lighting. I threw it up all in the last minute, but you know, I'm excited about it because it came with some new editing software. When I bought the computer, I got a brand new editing pack that came with it, and the editing pack is dope. So I'm going to be able to go in and do some exciting things with the content that I've never been able to do. Yeah, I'm sorry about the darkness there, Debbie. I just turned it on, and I'm not in the best place, and I didn't really want to wander around because the computer's still charging. It's brand new. But I'm going to have a better lighting the next time I do a live, I promise. I'm going to hit a live up next week, so you guys know. For sure going to hit a live up next week. So if you have questions, hashtag them, drop them in, at the end of this in the comment section, and I will answer them. I can answer questions tonight too if you got them. But so basically, I got this so that I can do some better editing and put together some better things and be able to move more on the go. So I'm super excited to be able to edit some stuff. I'm actually going to film some more what I eat in a day, and you know, a little bit more maybe my weightlifting or walking, paired up a little bit with my wife. I mentioned it earlier. I don't know if you guys heard, but 7 people. What's going on, peoples? But my wife, I'm going to be interviewing her, talk to her about what she's learned from my weight loss journey, but she's also accidentally lost some weight. Talk to her and figure out, you know, how she feels about my weight loss and how our life has changed. And so that content's going to be coming soon too. So we got a lot of good stuff that we need to, you know, do. And Amber, yeah, one of those fancy light things. I do have a circle light. I just don't have it with me right now. And upstairs, I also have one of those big 4 light thingies. And so I just wasn't prepared. Like I said, I loaded this up and plugged it in. And I was like, you know what? I want to go live. I want to test it out. I want to see if it works well. And I was like, you know, then I hopped on live. And the funny thing is nobody was there. Nobody was there. And Adam popped over. If you guys haven't ever checked out Adam's channel, by the way, guys, Adam just reached 100 subscribers. So if you're not subscribed yet, head over to My Redneck Keto OMAD, because Adam's a good dude, man. And subscribe to his channel. He hopped over to the other one and said, "You're live on the other channel." And I'm like, "What?" And I'm like, I was just about to turn it off because I felt like nobody was there. So, I appreciate it. Um, yeah, the channel is growing, man. The amazing Fat Man interview was nice. Thanks, dude. I'm hoping the channel grows, continues to grow and hits 1,000 real soon. I gained 20 today. I think it was mainly because I posted a Reddit post and I had a before and after on it, and it kind of went a little viral, and I put on there my YouTube channel. So I think that actually gained some people. So if is anybody from there, from Reddit, hit me up. I appreciate you hopping on. Oh, and guys, take a minute to hit that like button so actually this thing gets out there when we get off of here. I know we don't want to forget that. Did I ever dry fast? Yes, Debbie, I have dry fast. Thanks for asking a question. The more questions, the better. I can be on for a bit, guys, but I did dry fast. What I used to do, Debbie, is I skipped Mondays. So this was my routine through most of my weight loss journey. I did not eat on Monday. I ate Tuesday through Sunday. And so on that Monday, I got a 48-hour fasting because I ate Saturday at, like, let's say I'd be done by 6 o'clock at night. I mean, Sunday. And then I did not eat Monday. So I ate Tuesday at 6. So I would get a 45-minute fast in there. And then one time a week, normally it was Thursdays, I dry fasted from the 6 o'clock at night until my next meal. So I got a 24-hour or 23-hour dry fast in. So I did do that for a long time. I do think dry fasting is sweet. I personally will never do more than 23 hours of it because it is difficult. So, but I did dry fast. I do believe in it. I do think it's something good. So, I appreciate it. Those guys that hit that like, I appreciate it. It went up to 4. Love to continue to see that raise, but I'll take it. I'll take it. So let's see. You got 2 notifications. Does that mean people went over there and sub, man? I hope so. Because Adam's a good dude, guys. Click on his name. Debbie's wonderful too. You guys, there are a lot of people in the community that support me that have their own channels. I appreciate all of them. It's so hard for all of us to get the word out. And the more people we have spreading the word that we're on this journey and that we're fighting together, the better. I'm getting exposed to more and more people that are trying to lose weight. On Reddit today, it was amazing. So many people reached out to me and said, "Hey, I'm 40 years old, 43 years old. I'm trying to lose weight. I'm 37. I'm like you." And it's just amazing to know that a lot of people talking about, "Wow, I was about ready to quit, and now you've inspired me." And there's nothing better. You want to make me go to bed a happy man is to hear people say that I inspire them. And he's not on at this moment, but there's a guy named Lloyd that said that I inspire him, man. Lloyd, I appreciate you, man. There's just so many people out there that are good people that are working hard trying to get the job done. So, all of you, I appreciate it. But yeah, look, Adam, you got to do it. The before and after pictures are great. And I don't know what your social media presence is like, Adam, but take your before and after and get it on Reddit, man. People on Reddit, just put a little thing with your YouTube channel on there on the bottom. Don't write it in your description because Reddit will probably block you. Don't link your YouTube channel on the description, they'll block you, but let the people know in the picture that you have it. And I think you get a couple subs from that. I mean, Aaron, I keep calling you Adam, man. I'm a completely blew that one, man. But my bad, Aaron. My bad, dude. But yeah, I think that'll help you. So do your before and after, get it out there. If you got Instagram, get it out on Instagram too. Instagram, I heard, does best if you have 5 hashtags. So hit it with 5 hashtags like transformation, whatever, and you got a good chance to get some followers and help your channel out a little bit, man. I'm trying to learn all the social media stuff too, man. It's a pain in the butt. But any secrets from the amazing fat man off the camera? I talked to him, and what we talked about mostly off camera, and I should have stopped recording and then maybe recorded it and used it for later or something. Maybe did a part 2 because I meant to get off the Skype with him, but we just kept talking. We just kept talking and talking. but he just talked about how important it was for him to be able to see his son grow up. And that touches my heart because I'm in the same situation with my two boys. I want to see them grow up too. I want to see them have kids. I want to see them get old. So he just talked a lot about how much he wanted them to not know him as an obese man, but know him as a fit dad, a dad that could get off the couch, a dad that could do the right thing. He talked about his OMAD, what he was going to do, and I gave him advice on what I did in OMAD and what I think he should do. He's going to go to a keto OMAD for a while, and when he finally reaches his goal, he wants to stay OMAD the rest of his life. And I mean, I wish the guy all the best. He's such a good dude, man. He really is. He didn't shout me out in his last video, though. I was a little sad at that, but it's all good, man. I love him to death. He said he wanted to get back on the channel and do another one, so I'll probably be reaching out to him soon. But man, Big John is just he's awesome. There's no doubt about it. I know I couldn't fast for that long, even if I was as big as he was. So he has some serious motivation, and a lot of people don't think he's going to keep the weight off. A lot of people are mean to him in the comments. We talked a lot about that too. We talked about how disappointed he felt in the hate he gets in his comments, and that he felt like people wanted to judge him and say he was going to gain weight back, and he felt like that was nonsense. I'm certainly pulling for him. I think he's definitely amazing dude, no doubt about it. So let me see, going down here. Do you find that OMAD gives you the confidence to sustain your current weight moving forward? Absolutely. Truck driver gamer, man, 100%. Does it have me on mute? You guys can still hear me, right? Put a little mute thing up on the screen. But 100%, I feel like OMAD has given me, this is what OMAD did. It taught me that I wasn't hungry. I thought I was hungry. And so when you think you're hungry, you want to go out and you're eating all the time and you don't really realize it. And now I know I can go days without food and not worry about it, and not have to sweat it and not let it get in my head. And so once I got control of that understanding, I felt like moving forward, I will always be on OMAD. I feel like moving forward, I will continue to maintain my weight without any issues at all. I feel like it's like I didn't weigh myself. I'll give you a really good example. I did my challenge, 6-week challenge for lifting weights, and I weighed in at 192 before I started, and I went through the whole 6 weeks. And at the end of the 6 weeks, I ended up weighing 186 or 185. And so at 185, so I lost a little bit of weight. And at 185, I was like, okay, cool. I didn't weigh myself till last weekend, and that was over a month ago. And I weighed 180. I weighed 185 and a half. So I maintained with a month without even getting on the scale. So I definitely feel like, I feel like if I focused more, I could probably get into the 70s. But I don't feel like I'm in a hurry to get to the 70s. If it happens, it happens. But I do feel like the more I grind forward, the better the situation's going to be for me personally, and I think I'll be there the rest of my life. I don't think I'm going to have any issues keeping the weight off. So yeah, the hate is based on fear. People, yeah, no, you're right with him, and that's one of the things he said was he understands that people think that he's going to die, and so people flood him with those kind of comments. But what really hurts his feelings is when people say you're going to gain the weight back. Because that hurts everybody's feelings. I actually got into it on Facebook group because this guy, he was a keto guy, and he had asked me if I had done keto, and I said, no, I haven't done any keto. And he said, oh, well, you're going to gain your weight back. And I was like, what? And he was like, you get hungry. And I was like, no, I really don't. And I was going back and forth with him, and I realized, like, wait a minute, like, why am I going back and forth with this dude? But when people say you're going to gain the weight back and you've worked really hard at it, and I know more than anybody, 98% gain the weight back within 5 years. That's 98% within 5 years. I am fully aware that that happens, but I have OMAD. I understand overeating now. I completely have a grasp of it, and I also know what's on the line. and I'm guarantee I'm not going to gain the weight back. And that is how Big John feels. Big John, although he hasn't come out on the other side of the fast, so he has challenges ahead of him, and he's aware he has challenges ahead of him, but he is just trying to get people to understand that, you know, he has a plan in place. He's not doing this by the seat of his pants. And because he has a plan in place, he's going to come out of this thing and be okay. He's going to come out of this thing and have his weight in the right area and move forward. Now, I know that's easier said than done. I'm certainly going to be pulling for him. I think he can do it. He's just got to stay focused on his son. And I think that that's the thing that a lot of people miss is the motivation to stay thin. I told somebody at the body positivity video I did the other day, I fully mean it when I said I lost weight for them, meaning my boys, and that's it. And so that's a motivation that nobody will ever be able to take from me. That's a motivation that is here and it's going to stay here. And he has that same kind of idea. And when you're digging that deep, I don't think there's any way it's coming back. So, all right, that's awesome. For me, I also found an amazing tool. It gives me confidence. Yeah, look, hey man, OMAD teaches you more things than you ever thought it would. When you get through and you're going in OMAD and you're rolling, you start to learn things that you didn't even know you knew. And that is just that's powerful. And I have learned that I was addicted to food. I have learned that I was overstuffed and I was full to the limits before. I have learned that food isn't the most important part, and that a positive relationship with food is being able to eat the things that you want to eat and not overdo it. And that is something that I think we all just completely miss, is that we don't need to consume at all times. And when we consume, we should be able to consume some things that we enjoy, but we don't need to eat for 8, 10, 12 hours a day and continue to snack through it and do all of these things that literally damage our body. And that, in my opinion, the system is set up for us to do so that they can make money, so that they can make healthcare money and food, market money. And I mean, I don't mean to sound like a conspiracy guy, but I feel like that's the way it is. I feel like they want to keep us fat and sick, and they treat our symptoms, not the problems. They miseducate us, and we end up, overweight and struggling. And it's not right. It's not fair. And, but it is what they do for us. So what can you do, do you have to have you do. You have to be able to sustain it. You're 100% right. Aaron, look at that. I got your name right. What's up? But so yeah, no, you've got to be able to do what you're going to do forever. And that's what a lot of people don't realize. They'll say, well, I'll go to OMAD, I'll lose weight, and then I'm going to do whatever after that. Well, that's not really going to work out for you. And don't get me wrong, I think you can lose weight on OMAD and then go to like a 20-4, maybe a 16-8 if you lost your weight in OMAD, if you're really smart about your 2 meals and you're only eating 2. A lot of people think 16-8 means I can eat the whole 8 hours. And in reality, you shouldn't eat the whole 8 hours. You should have 2 meals in that 8 hours. A nice, healthy, perfectly done green kind of meal, and then something else. So I think, we get a little lost on that too. But that's just my 2 cents, which is worth about 2 cents. So I'm sure fasting is a tool that is lifelong, absolutely works to keep you. Absolutely. Yeah, you can't, but you can't stop. It's not one of those things where you can turn it off and on. And, I think you gotta have some of that going on for the long term there. Yeah, it is a great tool, Aaron, it is a great tool. I think that we all have to come to the realization that we eat too much. I was 310 pounds, and I really want people to wrap their head around that. 310 pounds. I couldn't walk without a cane. As a matter of fact, I've never even talked about this on my videos, but I wonder, hold on one second. Hey, boys, can one of you do me a favor? I'll try to get one of my children to run over and grab my cane in a second so I can show you guys. I walked with a cane for a couple of years, guys. At 38, 37 years old, I had a cane. I couldn't move. I was iced my knee every single night of the day. When I would go to bed, I'd have to put ice on it. My back bothered me. I was miserable and I was dying and I didn't even know it. And I used to think, well, I'm going to go out on disability soon, and it was like normal to me. It was okay. We're talking about a 38-year-old man talking about it's okay to go out on disability. It's okay. The doctor just gave me a handicap sticker. It's okay. I'm okay. That's what it was meant to be. And I'm never going to be able to anything else. And I was that sick and I lied every day to myself. And so once I woke up to that, once I realized that I don't have to listen to what everybody else thinks and I can go get myself healthy, it all changed. It all changed a bunch. All right. Have been yo-yo dieting most of your life. Most diets are linked to somebody else's pocket. 100% they're linked to somebody else's pocket. 100%. And the reason why fasting isn't mainstream, the reason why we don't see it on Good Morning America and the Ellen DeGeneres show, and hey, look, where's all the people? You can join the fasting fast club on Facebook right now, and you can see the other day they put up a list of the people that lost weight. It was unbelievable. Thousands of pounds in this group of people. There's people losing weight fasting all over the place. Why don't you ever hear them on Ellen? Why don't you see them on Dr. Oz? Why don't these people get behind it? You want to know the reason behind it? Because they can't make money off of it. That's just the facts, Debbie. That's just the facts. They can't make money off of fasting. And so because they can't make money off of fasting, that's an issue. And you have certain doctors out there that are starting to see, well, I can sell a product through this or through that. Not going to drop any names. And they're hopping on the fasting bandwagon and the keto bandwagon a little bit, but you don't see them going in the direction that it should. And the main reason is because by telling someone not to eat, you can't make money. And that's the reason why 100% we're a small community. But you know what? Us as a community of YouTubers, we're going to change that, because the more people I get in front of, the better. I had somebody question me the other day and say, why are you still asking for subscribers when you're doing so well? I'm like, I'm going to ask for subscribers all day, every day. Guys, as a matter of fact, like I said, if you didn't hear it earlier today, go to my channel, find your favorite video, take that video, share it on your social media, tag me in the share. Share it with your Facebook groups, share it with your Instagram, share my video. I will send you a personal thank you. I will shout you out on a video. I'll do all kinds of cool stuff because I need to grow so I can save people's lives. Why wouldn't I want to grow? Why wouldn't I want to grow? I'm standing here as a guy that was on a cane, that weighed 310 pounds, that was on death's door, and now I'm 40 years old, 2 years older, loving my life, outside playing basketball with my boys, throwing the football, hanging out, having a good time, living the dream. And I'm doing all of that because of fasting, and I want to share it. I want to help people. And all these other people want their hand out like this to put money in it and sell whatever diet they have. I'm not all about that, guys. If you haven't done it, and again, hit the likes. Let me go through here. You fasted for 15 hours today, man. That's awesome. And I think it's definitely good stuff. 320 pounds. You had me by 10, man. But you're also, how tall are you, Aaron? I know you're a pretty tall guy, so your 310 was probably a little more fit than my 310. I was definitely big. 415. However, today you're 230. Man, you were 5 pounds away, my friend. 5 pounds away from 100 spot gone. I know you're feeling better too, trucker. Listen, man, or truck driver, listen to me, man. We got to do, we got to get you when you lose 100 pounds, man. Shout you out, maybe get a before and after. I really want to make sure people know your story, man. You're doing fantastic. Just absolutely almost 100 pounds. That is just incredible. Speaking of truck drivers, I don't know if you know truck driver Randy H., but he's a YouTuber that you can look him up. He does fasting and he's trying his best to get subscribers, but he drives all over the country. And so hit him up, man, and let's see what he can do. He's lost 100 and something pounds. He's a good dude. Yeah, wow, and 260. Look at you, man, 16 pounds. 16 pounds, Aaron. You got this, man. You know what, Aaron, we gotta do when you get down to 102, we gotta do a Skype, man. We gotta do a Skype. We gotta tell your story on my channel. I definitely appreciate it. Hey Debbie, I appreciate it, man. I want to try to tell my story. I want to get my story out in front of as many people as possible, and just help people. That's all I want to do. We're all in a situation where we're trying to live our lives. You're only 5'9". That is so funny. I'm 5'9". I guess you had me by 10 pounds, man. I guess you had me by 10 pounds. But yeah. No, the truck driver gamer, man. Yeah, Randy is a good dude, man. Shout him out. Let him know you're fasting and you're driving a truck. He will be so excited. He thinks he's the only truck driver in the world that fasts, man. He's a good dude, man. He really is. No doubt about it, man. I definitely didn't know that you were that size. Hey, what's going on, fasting pharmacist? Hey, listen, we're gonna be doing one soon, guys. Look, 51 pounds down and ready for her Skype. Yeah. Hey, I'm ready for your Skype too. You just got to give me a time. Her and I are going to do a collab together, guys. If you haven't been over to her channel, go over there. Wonderful, wonderful lady. Pretty much posts every single day, and just 51 pounds down and right in the middle of her journey. So it's not quite, it's like my redneck keto OMAD and Debbie, OMAD Debbie, right in the middle of their journey. So you get that opportunity to get it done, yeah, redneck, check into Skype, man. When you get down 100, we got a Skype, no doubt about it. And the fasting pharmacist, yeah, I do want to Skype with you. I'm ready to go. We just got to put the date down and then sit down and figure out if we want to do a topic or if we just want to kind of to wing it and get it to go from there. But I think that I think you're doing a great job. 51 pounds, you're looking amazing. And one of the nicest videos she did was going through her closet and looking at her clothes. And you could just see how emotional she was about being able to fit into clothes she hasn't been to. And I personally went through the exact same thing. I had a bunch of clothes in my closet I hadn't fit into in years. And I started fitting into them. And some of them I put on and they were too big for me. And you almost want to break down and cry. You are, yeah, hey, truck driver, check her YouTube out. Subscribe to her for me, man. She's a good lady. You know, it's one of those things where you feel so emotional because it's like, you never thought you'd get there again. I can't tell you guys that are in the middle of your journey, if you're watching this or even at the beginning of your journey, how helpless you feel. I know, a lot of times people look at me and they think, well, wow, he's done it. He doesn't know what it's like. It's kind of like, but I do. I know what it's like to be fat and to not be able to get up and to struggle. I know what it's like to be in pain every day. I know what it's like to have no hope. I know what it's like to look at yourself in the mirror and be disgusted. I know what it's like to feel like you're drowning. I've been in that dark place, and I can stick my hand out there and say, grab it and walk with me, because I know now the other side of that mountain, the other side of that journey is something that you have to experience, that you have to be able to feel, because it's worth every tear. It's worth every heartache. It's worth every push up. It's worth every time you skipped a meal. It's 100% worth it. You just have to be able to get yourself up, do the work, and want to do it. 11 of you are hanging out, man. I appreciate it so much. Some of those clothes are too big. We're 10 years old. Yeah, I know. Look, some of my clothes, I put on a pair of pants that I hadn't worn since I was 20, that I some reason saved. I have no idea why I saved them. And I put them on and they fell off of me. They were too big and I about lost it. I put away, if you guys go over to my Instagram and look at my very first picture, I put away 6 huge boxes of clothes that I couldn't fit anymore. And then I went and shopped for a whole new wardrobe. And then I had to replace that new wardrobe with another 4 or 5 boxes. And right now I barely have enough clothes to go, and I'm scared because I'm teetering between 32s and 34s. Like I can button 32s, but it's a little sketchy. So, I feel like I might lose down into the 32 range and have to buy clothes again. It's just, but I'll tell you what, the money I'm saving on food, I'll just put it into clothes, right? It's all good. You started OMAD Keto. Hey, what's happening? Godspeed for all of us. You started OMAD Keto. You're down 30 pounds. You feel great. It's weird to see your clothes. Hey, it's not weird. It's amazing. It's amazing to see your clothes loose. Man, what a fantastic thing. That 30 pounds is awesome. I don't know what your goal is, but it's going to continue to improve. You're going to continue to lose weight. It's going to make things happen. 100%. Stay on what you're doing and keep going, man. Hey, thanks for subbing for her. She's great, man. And like I said, I'm gonna have a collab with her soon, and it's gonna be good. I'm trying to lead by example. I really am. I'm doing everything I can to let people know that it is possible, that I have done it. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going to be that YouTuber you guys turn on and you see me saying I'm slipping again. I missed. I cheated last night. I fell off the wagon. I have adjusted 100% to my life. My wife has adjusted. I told her earlier, guys, I'm going to be doing an interview with my wife soon. We have built our entire life around fasting now and fasting lifestyle. I have no desire to eat outside of my window. I'm in it for life. I know what's on the other side of it, and it's amazing. There's no more up and downs for me. It's consistency from this point on. So I will lead by example. I will not let everyone down, and I do have each one of your backs. 100%. When you're having trouble, send me a DM. Let me know how you're feeling. I'll get back to you. Follow me on Instagram and write me a message. Hit me up on Facebook. Join the Fasting Club Facebook page. I know my fasting pharmacist joined. I know Aaron is a member. They're both members of that group, guys. Join that group. Get going so that we can continue to move it forward and make it happen. Never trust a guy with a six pack that's never been fat. No, you know what? You're right, dude. I can't tell you how many times I see it all the time. Or I'll see a guy that shows a picture of being chubby at 15 years old and he's 19 and he's on YouTube and he's got like muscles everywhere and he's ripped up. I'm like, you hit puberty. So what, man? Like you didn't really lose weight. Like, I'm not trying to disrespect anybody and take it away. I'm really not. But when you've been fat for 20 years and you're disabled and the doctors are telling you it's okay that you can go to a lawyer and they'll sign the paperwork and you can go quit your job and sit at home the rest of your life and you're on the brink of death and you reverse it and you get down to 185 pounds and you're, twisted steel and sex appeal. Just kidding on that. But anyways, you get the point, man. Nothing's better than that. Like, forget these young dudes that think they lost weight and forget these dudes that have never lost a pound in their life and they want to tell you about fitness. I don't even understand that. So it's good your clothes aren't fitting. That's awesome, man. If it's feeling good to look in the mirror, that's awesome. I can't tell you. There's a couple pictures you can find of me with my shirt off around in different areas, and I never thought I would take my shirt off in front of people ever again. And now I've taken pictures. I'm likely to go to the beach and take off my shirt for the first time since I was 20 years old. It's an amazing place to be in the world. Nothing better, than being able to lose that weight. It's awesome. You weigh myself every day. You want to see what's happening day to day. Hey, look, if different people, have different thoughts on that. Here's the one thing I'll say about weighing yourself every day versus weighing yourself once a week. I weighed myself once a week. Now I weigh myself when I feel like it. But here's the main thing. When you weigh yourself every day and the weight fluctuates, you can get frustrated. And there's certain people you guys watch on YouTube that will lose 3 pounds in a day and then gain a pound and a half the next day. And they will be upset, almost in tears and ready to quit. And sometimes backslide because of the 1 pound gain when they really lost a pound and a half. And so their mind isn't using it right. You never lose 3 pounds in one day, ever. It never happens. You carried some weight, you got rid of some water, and now you got rid of it. So your water will fluctuate. But if you weigh yourself every Monday, Monday is generally going to be as consistent as the Monday before, and you can get a better reading. But I do think if you weigh yourself every day of the week, you should add them all up, divide them by 7, and get your weight loss for the week. And that's the only thing you should judge yourself on. Day to day, You're going to have it go up and down. It's going to happen. It can't not happen. It's just like if I wake up now, I'm going to be at the lowest I have all day. If I'm drinking water all day and I eat my OMAD meal and I weigh it, I'm going to be 4 pounds heavier. That's just the way the world works. You always weigh yourself in the morning. You've got to be consistent. But if you want to do it every day, do it every day. I don't blame you for that. It's just not my thing. Did I have times during my fasting journey where I caved in? I definitely had a plateau. I've talked about my plateau a lot. I was 210 pounds for a month, the whole month of I can't remember, September or August. I was just stuck. I couldn't do anything. And I accidentally walked 10,000 steps. And then the next day I said, you know what? I think I could do that again. And I did. And then I did that for a week straight and the scale moved. And once I saw the scale move, I was addicted to walking. I kept walking and the scale kept moving from that point. As far as did I ever cave? I don't know that I ever did. I feel like because I only weighed myself once a week, I never got into my own head, and generally it would move down. Sometimes only a half a pound or something like that. But I'll tell you the one turning point was when I went to Vegas and I ate whatever I wanted in an 8-hour window instead of OMAD, and I came back and didn't gain weight. That was powerful. And that was so powerful to me to learn that there was a thing out there that I could do to keep me under control. And once I knew it and I locked in and I knew it worked, I think a lot of people don't believe it works, but it works. So, once they realize it works, it's a wrap. Yeah, they definitely want to sell their meal plan. You want a 6-pack, Aaron, man, good luck, man. I hope it's there. Get a picture. It'd be really cool to have a picture of you with your big gut and then a picture with the 6-pack. That would be amazing. I don't think I can ever hit up a 6-pack anymore. I don't know. Maybe I could. We'll see. Cassie, what's up? How you doing? Good to see you. Good for you to pop in. Appreciate you joining the stream. You didn't want to weigh yourself because you were feeling like you failed. I weigh once a month. Yeah, I think even once a month is okay as long as it's consistent and you're doing the same thing. While you're loading your dishwasher. Look, man, I just took the trash out and loaded the dishwasher right before I did this. The doorbell rang and I got my new laptop. So I was like, man, I want to go live on my new laptop, man, because this bad boy with my new editing software, I'm telling you, I'm going to have some amazing content coming, guys. I'm going to have some really nice stuff for you guys to check out. If you didn't hear it earlier today, guys, got new editing software. I'm gonna have it on point coming up. And if you take whatever my favorite video is of yours, you share it on your social media and tag me in the share, I'll send you a personal message. I'll give you a shout out in a video. So guys, go out there and get that done, for me. So why do you say that I'm bold? I would like to, oh, you're nervous to go live. What's funny is I never went live until I hit 500 subscribers, and I just wanted to thank people. So I said to my wife, should I go live? And she said, sure. So I pulled out my phone, I hit the live button, and 5 people showed up or something, and I was blown away that 5 people showed up. And so I was like, you know what? I'll do that. But speaking of the live, I'm gonna hit a live next week, question and answers, probably for an hour. Sit down and answer anything you guys want to know about fasting. So if you do have a question, you haven't thought about it tonight, you can drop it now and I'll answer. But if you think about it during the week on any of my videos this week, just hit hashtag ask Cdub, leave me the question. I'm going to get you the answer or the best that I can. And then if you don't want to do it there, you can hit me up on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter. Just ask your question. I'll make sure to shout you out on the live and answer your question. So let's see here. You're excited to see the interview with my wife. I'm excited to do an interview with my wife. I don't know if I ever talked to you about her, but she met me when I was 310 pounds. She met me when I was big, and she dated me anyways, and she never was big. And so she actually 100% loved me from the get-go and never pressured me to lose weight ever. And when I started fasting, she had no interest in it. She thought I was a little bit crazy. And then she started seeing results. And then now she does the warrior diet. She does 20 and 4. And she ended up losing 15 pounds. And she's down to about 5'5". I don't know. She's probably in the early 130s now. And she's back to being as light. I'll let her tell you in the interview, but she's probably as light as she's been since before she met me, and she wasn't even trying. And it ironically, and I'll save it for the live, but it's ironically opened some doors for her. She's a school teacher, but she did some other things as a hobby that now she's been hired to do. And I think it's because of our fitness journey. So she'll be excited to tell you guys about that. She'll also be excited to tell you, a lot. The question she gets the most is how much have I changed? And so she's going to be excited to tell you what the differences of me are, answer you guys, questions. Matter of fact, if you guys want, leave a holler down below and let me know in the comments when we get off or something. If you want me to go live with her so you guys can actually ask her questions. If you'd rather me go live with her or video it, because we were just talking today about that, because I don't mind going live so that, maybe talk for 20 minutes, let her tell her journey, and then you guys can ask the comments on the side, and then we can go back and answer the questions, because I think she's totally down with that. And it's just good to have somebody that cares about you regardless. And, and of course, I'm excited that I'm going to be able to be there so that we can grow old together and play with our grandbabies. I can't wait. I know my kids are only 10 and 8, but I can't wait to be a granddad. I can't wait to take my grandchildren to their first wrestling match. My kids are really getting into Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I can't wait for, hopefully they continue, and hopefully our grandchildren do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. It's going to be fun. Man, life is good again. I'll tell you what, it hasn't always been. It's been dark, but it's good now. Only plan is save time and money. Game watch for $14 a year. And every round after losing weight. Yeah, way back a millennium ago, I dated a girl that did Weight Watchers. And it worked pretty well for her. I don't know much about Weight Watchers. I think Weight Watchers with intermittent fasting would be interesting. I don't know if there's any YouTubers out there that do both, but having a point system, which is counting calories, and putting that into OMAD might be an effective tool. I don't know. I don't know enough about it. Yeah, you do need to do a live stream. Aaron, I would love to check it out, man, for sure. Now they won't let you stream on your phone. My first live stream I was able to do on my phone, but you have to have 1,000 subscribers, so you have to do it on a computer now. Just letting you know. Hey, what's going on, Neville? You said, I asked the comments in one of your last videos. Can you give a clear definition between overweight and obese? Or would you consider overweight as obese? Okay. Yeah, I can give a clear definition. Okay. It's all about your BMI. That's how they do obese versus how they would say is overweight. So obese is generally, I want to say off the top of my head, 30% BMI or bigger. So if you're 30 or higher, you're obese. Overweight, and it depends on males and females are a little different, because females obviously carry more fat than males, just naturally. But and then now they have stages of obesity too. So you have obesity stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, and each stage you're increased risk for diabetes, cancer, heart disease, and the list goes on and on and on. So, but the controversial thing is sometimes overweight can be very healthy, and I think that's where people can misinterpret some things. Like, let's say right now at 185 pounds, my BMI is listed as overweight, but no, I don't think any doctor would say that I'm overweight. I think a doctor would say that I'm in the right range for myself, especially with my muscular mass, because I'm not that small. I got a really big chest and, muscular chest. And so it leans to that side, but you never want to be in the obese category. That's when your body starts to really overwork itself and put itself into a dangerous situation. So I hope that answered your question. I hope that brought some, shed some light into what you were, asking there. But, you can definitely look up TDEE, total daily energy expenditure, TDEE, and you can type in your height and your weight, and it will tell you if you're obese or if you're overweight and where you're at within that, and if you're obese stage 1, 2, or 3. And like I said, as it goes higher, you got to make sure you're really putting yourself at risk for things. Your wife thinks you're crazy, Trucker. Hey, that's funny, man. I think she'll come around though. I think she'll come around. The more you keep losing, the better you keep doing. I think she'll come around. Okay, Debbie. Yeah, live with my wife. I think live with my wife, it might be a really good idea. Maybe I'll set that up for Tuesday instead of a Q&A. That would be really cool. You got a little baby girl now, man. That's some motivation right there, dude. A baby girl. That is some serious motivation. And I'm glad you love BJJ, man. I love BJJ too. I'm a big mixed martial arts fan. I've been coaching high school wrestling for 20 years. I started wrestling in kindergarten, so I've been around the sport forever. Love the sport, and BJJ is right with it. My kids seem to love BJJ more than wrestling, so we'll see how that goes. But my grandchildren, they're gonna wrestle. I'm just playing. I don't know. We'll see. I'm just excited for whatever sports they get involved in. You appreciate us for being honest, man. I appreciate you for watching me be honest. I just want to help. That's all I want to do. And I do truly care about people, and I do want to see people get healthier. And I want us to stop lying, and I want the world to stop lying to people. And I want us to look at ourselves in the mirror, hold ourselves accountable, and get healthy. I want us to stop bleeding money into the healthcare system, and I want us to just do better. And I want to be there for all of you as you do better. Yeah, man, you can't do it on your phone anymore. You're gonna have to use your wife's laptop. That's the only way to go. They won't let you do it until you get to 1,000 subs, man. So, which I just think is nonsense, but that's what they did. So, let's see. My issue is that I've heard you use as one word, one who talks about this, and it comes easy obesity and being obese as just a term to use. I don't really understand. Well, yeah, okay, I do understand what you're saying. Yeah, I interchange the two words. There's a big difference between being overweight and being obese. And so, if I do use them as interchangeable, I apologize for that because there is a giant difference. Being obese is a problem you need to confront yourself with. Being overweight is a problem, but not nearly as much. Your risk for diabetes and heart disease increase, but it increases exponentially when you hit the obese marker, and it increases even more when you hit obese stage 2, stage 3. So, and we're actually living in a world now where I think a lot of the confusion is too, where they say 2/3 of Americans are overweight or obese, which is a fact, but it's actually 33% overweight, 33% obese. So the ones that are overweight are at a much lower risk than the ones that are obese. So the first goal is to get out of obese, and then you can worry about where you're at on the overweight scale and trying to get those numbers to come down. Hey, what's going on, 37? It was good, Cdub. Shout out from New York, man. New York. Hey, I don't know if you know, but I'm a Giants fan, so New York, love them. Excited about that. But yeah, you just signed up yourself. That's awesome, man. Thank you for talking about it, understanding the issue. I have people. Okay, yeah. I'll make sure I try to get that obese and stuff going on. In the future, I'll make sure I got that better. Fasting pharmacist, yeah. I actually wrote him a personal message about a week ago, and he said he was going to come back and do a YouTube video again in the next few weeks. He said he just needed a break, and he told me he was not off of his weight loss journey. He said that he was just reevaluating what he wanted to do on YouTube with it, and he would be back soon. So yeah, I don't know, exactly what happened with him, but he's a great dude too, and I hope he comes back, and gets himself back into the swing of things, because I definitely enjoyed his channel, man. The ice cream cake and the cake and ice cream sandwich challenge, man, he was the best. And he was doing good, but I don't know exactly what happened to him. But your boy's been training with Gracie Jiu-Jitsu for 2 months. That's awesome, man. He got his second class this morning. He's excited to learn BJJ. Yeah, man, it is exciting. Both of my kids are doing it too, and they're loving it. And BJJ teaches you just so many. My kids are also doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu from a Gracie, a guy that got his black belt under Gracie, and a girl. And in case she happened to watch this, not that I don't think she ever would, because she doesn't have any weight loss problems, but the Marissa's her name, and Marissa's a fantastic coach out here in Williamsburg, Virginia. She works directly with both of my kids, and they love her. They certainly love BJJ more than wrestling. There's absolutely no doubt about that. You got started on a 16A 2 weeks ago and got a long way to go. Well, what do you weigh? What do what's your goal? Where do you want to be? And maybe I can give you some pointers on that. But, don't look at it as a long way to go. What you got to do is you got to get through today, and then you got to get through tomorrow. One day at a time. Don't overwhelm yourself with thinking that there's a certain milestone you have to hit at a certain time. Take it slow, make it happen, and you'll get there. I promise. You binge watch 6 Miles from Supper. It's funny. I don't think you were in here earlier, but I talked to Kayla about 3 days ago, and Kayla wants to come on my channel and do an interview about her story. So I know you'll be excited to see that. I'm so grateful for Kayla. She is just God, man. I mean, how awesome is Kayla Cox? Not only does she have a phenomenal channel, not only does she have a phenomenal story, but she makes sure to always shout me out. She makes sure to always, she's just a wonderful lady. And to then ask to come on my channel, that's just huge. Hey, could you find my cane and bring it here for me? I appreciate it, Frankie. Frankie just popped on through. He might show up here in a sec. It's over where my backpack is, Frankie. My old school cane. But so Kayla's amazing. I think Lex just popped his face in. I didn't see him though. Hopefully he pops up on the screen in a second ago on the delay. You've been doing OMAD for a month now, but there he is. But can you find it? Can you go find my cane? My walking cane from back in the day. Yeah. A month now and not seeing any results. What should I do? All right. Well, the first thing that I need to know before I can tell you what to do is so you've been doing OMAD. What is your weight now? Are you male or are you female? And what did you do before OMAD? And I can kind of point you in the right direction as far as maybe something you can do. And how much weight have you lost too? What's your goal? How much are you over? You'll be able to see in a second. Here's Frank over here. But I told you guys, don't block me, bud. Thank you. I told you guys right here is my actual cane. And this was, I actually had, there's Frank, he's adorable, isn't he? I actually had this cane made for me personally when I was struggling. And I carried it around for about 2 years. And, it went with me everywhere I went. And I thought I would use this the rest of my life. And so if you can imagine being 310 pounds and having to walk around with this bad boy at all times, it just was a nightmare. And so, it is what it is. You're getting sleepy a little bit. Well, you can head on off. I don't mean to hold you. Oh, Frankie, you got to plug that back in, dude.
Sorry.
It's all good. We got it. Oh, man, I thought the computer might cut off on that one because we're just charging this thing up for the first time, but I got to plug back in. So we are good to go. Thank you, Frankie. So that cane goes to show you. I want to wait to make sure I get a chance to answer the question, but earlier about OMAD for a month. Here's what I would say about OMAD for a month. I don't know exactly what your weight situation is, but if you are eating, the first thing you need to do is make sure, you're sleeping better with a 16/8. Let me just tell you now, intermittent fasting cured my sleep apnea. And I went from sleeping 8 hours a night and napping every day to not napping at all and only sleeping 6. So I think that's something that, it's going to continue to improve for you. The more you fast, I think the better that's going to feel for you. Back to the OMAD. I think here's the thing. You gotta know a few things are happening. One, sometimes you're losing weight and you don't realize it. Make sure you've taken your measurements. Make sure, because your waistline might be getting smaller. Then make sure you're not overeating. I know that Jason Fong says that you can eat whatever you want, as many calories in a sitting, but I'm not 100% sure that's accurate. I think the best thing for you to do is to take your eating and make sure that you're keeping your calories at a decent level. You don't want to undereat. You don't want to eat just like 1,200 calories and mess with your metabolism. If you're a male, if you're a female, 1,200 calories might be appropriate. But you want to be able to look up. So what I would do is I would look up my TDEE, my total daily energy expenditure. Just Google that, put in your height and weight. It's going to come up. Once you know what that is, subtract 500 from whatever it tells you can eat, and then you're good to go. You're going to start losing weight. And then if all else is failing, pick up your level of activity. Go out there and start walking and doing those kind of things. To answer your question on calories here, I don't count my calories. Now, I have a couple of times for my OMAD, what we eat in a meal video, and we're going to be doing one of those, my wife and I, soon. We just talked about that as well. And when I added those up, I eat about 2,000 calories in a sitting. So that's what I'm gonna say is I probably eat 2,000 calories in a sitting. My TDEE, according to now, says 2,500 with the activity level that I got. So I'm still supposed to be in a deficit, although I'm not really losing any weight. And you also got to remember your TDEE is not. There's outliers, and my metabolism might be a little slower than natural. But I get away with 2,000 without much of a doubt. But if you're a female, it's going to be lower. So you got to keep that in mind too. And so, you got to play with your calories. I think if you track them for a bit, you don't have to track them ever again. And if you're eating one meal a day, most people can't overeat. Now, I want to say that I'm not most people. I can overeat. My family wanted to have pizza tonight, and so we did get pizza. And I went out and got the pizza, set it down, and I ate stinking 4 slices of pizza, 4 big old slices of pizza, half of a pizza. And normally I only eat 3, but I was starving. And I ate 4 and I had to stop myself because I could have ate 5. I was feeling it. I was like, you know what? I could go eat another piece of pizza. But I had to walk away from it. I had to actually ask my wife, can you put this away so that I won't eat another one? And then I went and started getting the trash and doing the dishes because I wanted to keep myself busy. And then 10 seconds later, I felt full and I was fine. But for a second, I was like, ooh, man, I want to keep eating. So I don't know if you ever fully, when you're an overeater, if that ever fully goes away. But I think you begin to realize that you are in control. And because of OMAD, I think I realized deep down that I am in control, that I can do it. So I think that's what it does. Yeah, sometimes you do got to slow down. You have to be conscious. You have to know what you're doing, and you have to know, when you've overdone it. But the correction that intermittent fasting does is it teaches you that, man. It teaches you how to correct it. It teaches you how to do all of that good stuff. So, hey, what's going on? Thanks for joining, man. I appreciate it. Hey, guys, drop a question down there for me. I'll stay on for a few more minutes. I want to talk to you guys too. For you new guys that are just popping on, make sure you hit that like button if you haven't. But also, if you take my favorite video, I don't care if it's my first, my 15th, my one from yesterday, an interview with this guy or that guy, and you share it on your social media, you take it and you tag me in it, whether that be Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter. If you tag me in the share, I will go ahead and shout you out on a video, and I will make sure that I give you a personal thank you DM message from me, letting you know how much I appreciate it. Next week, I was going to do a live stream. It seems like the people that were watching want me to do that with my wife. So I'm going to do a live stream with my wife, and I'm going to let her tell her side of intermittent fasting, what it's done for her. And then I'm going to hop on there and then we're going to answer questions for you guys. So real quick, I'm 5'9", 185 pounds. So that's where I'm at. I am, I think if you look at my BMI, I'm considered overweight, but I'm a pretty muscular guy. I don't have much left to go. I think I could probably weigh 175 would be my ideal perfect weight, but I'm not in any hurry to get there. So that's where I'm at. I started out at 310 pounds. Cdub, how'd you get the name? You must be a hip hop fan. That's funny. Now that the TV just popped on, I need to turn that off, which is going to be an issue. But I got the name not from, sorry, I'm moving it back now. I got the name not from hip hop. No, basically my name is Chris. My last name is Wyatt. And so being that my name was Chris Wyatt, my friends growing up used to call me CW or CW or however you want to say. I used to say it with a funny accent because of pro wrestling W. But, so I, CW is what everybody called me. And then somewhere along the line, a couple people started calling me CDub, and then that kind of stuck. And then back in my video game days, whenever I sign up for something or an app, I always made CDub as my name. And so when I wanted to do a YouTube channel, it just was natural to say, you know what, Taking Down Fat with CDub. And the taking down comes from my wrestling background, wrestling takedown, if you will. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to put Taking Down the Fat with CW as the name and roll from there. And it's been working. I think it's, I think it's good, and it gives homage to the people I grew up with and to the sport that I love and coached for so long. So that's definitely how I got it. I don't mind hip hop music. I like all music. As crazy as it sounds, I grew up, with my brother listening to punk rock, and that's what I was really into when I was young. But as an adult, I like motivational music. As crazy as it sounds, uh, you know, certain songs that people may laugh at, like Miley Cyrus, "The Climb." Love that song, and I throw Miley Cyrus on all day. The song name is escaping me right now. One of my favorites is an Eminem song, where he talks about the people looking down on him. He's going to tear down their balcony. That song, and the name is escaping me right now, but that song is just dope. I like anything that's positive. I've learned right now, sitting here, that in the universe, I believe that if you're negative and you're down and you're whining and you're looking at things in a bad way, you're going to get that back. And if you stop and you start giving out positive and you start believing in yourself and you start helping other people and you start paying it forward, you're going to get it back. And so I 100% believe in that. So I try to keep my music, I don't care what it is, as long as it's positive. Throw on some Rocky, throw on some We Are the Champions. I don't know, man. Throw me something that's going to get me hyped up, and it's going to be positive. Um, okay, the next one was the longest fast I ever did. The longest fast I've ever done is 72 hours ish. I've done that a couple of different times. Um, I think that for me personally, there's no reason to go past 72. I think when you hit that 72-hour mark, once you start passing that, you lose most of your autophagy benefits from everything I hear. And so then it just becomes more of a weight loss, thing. And my weight loss is in a good place. So 72 hours, I think I'll do 72 hours 4 times a year, quarterly. Just pick a month and say, you know what, this month for this 72 hours, I'm not going to eat, just so that I can reset everything and get everything going back the way that, it was, quote, meant to be. Okay. Yep. You will get what you give back. It's so true. No, Debbie, it really is. I can't, people are negative. Don't even try to be around them. In my personal life, I'm just going to cut you out. I'm just being honest with you. I'm going to cut you out, because I don't have time to worry about your terrible attitude. If you want to come at me and you want to come at me with a complaint, I'm okay with, about me, or you want to talk to me, but talk to me in a respectful way. I'll talk back in a respectful way, and let's figure out how to work and solve the problem. And if you're going to complain and whine about it, there's nothing productive. I'm going to tell you, I truly believe this. I think it's just as hard to be, I think it's hard to be happy, and I think it's hard to be miserable. I think it's hard to do either one. So if it's going to be hard to do either one, I'm going to work towards the hard part of being happy. And that's the way that I look at it, 100%. I'm going to help you out. I'm going to stick my hand out. I'm going to do everything I can for you. I'm going to keep it positive. If you give it back to me positive, we're going to get along great. If you want to give me negative stuff, get to stepping. I don't have time for it. Okay. Do I drink coffee or black coffee? Actually, no, I don't. So drinking is an interesting topic because I have done this both ways. A lot of people will say clean and dirty fasts, and what the differences are, and everything that is in between on that. So I've never really loved coffee, so I didn't really get into that. But I do love Pepsi Max drinks. I don't know if you guys know what Pepsi Max is, but it's Pepsi's version of like the Coke Zero or the Coke Zero Sugar. And so there was a long period of my fasting journey when I absolutely didn't touch them. There was a period when I drank them once a week. On like Friday night, I would drink one after dinner. And there are times when I've drank them throughout my entire fast. So now I'm kind of do both. There are days when I dedicate myself all to water, and there'll be days when I, have a couple of Pepsi Maxes throughout the course of the day. I just try not to pig out on too many of them, because back in the day I could drink a bunch. So I don't think, I know black coffee they say is perfectly fine. I think it is. I don't think there's any issues with it. I think that even, the people that do the fat coffees, or maybe even, Kayla Cox lost 80 pounds and she's always put creamer in her coffee. So you got to understand with insulin, even if insulin spikes on one splash of creamer, if you're just having one cup of coffee, it's going to spike this much and it's going to get back down to baseline. It's going to mess with your autophagy, no doubt about it, but you're going to be able to get back to fat burning mode super quick. It's not going to do one of these where it goes really high. So, I think drinking clean and dirty, I think we get too much into that. I think we should just fast. Same thing amount of time. People say, well, you should never do a 12-hour fast. Well, there are people out there that do 12-hour fasts and have some success with it. I think you should do 16, but if you never get to 16, it's okay. Frank's waving to you guys again. But if you never get to 16, as long as you're doing some form of fasting, as long as you're giving your body a break, I think that's the important thing. And I think the rest of it will all kind of put itself going on. Hey, somebody said hi, Frank. He left already. Now he's coming back. He's coming back. I don't know if he got in there, but
Hi.
This little guy right here, I told you guys earlier about my motivation. That's half of it right there. So you can see how
the other half is in there.
Yeah, the other half's in the office. You can see how that would motivate you. Hey, smash that like button for my man Frank. Give him the thumb, Frank. Yeah, give him that thumbs up. Tell him hit the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up, guys. Now, anyways, so you guys make sure. So got the wife coming up on the interview. I can't wait for you guys to see that. It's going to be amazing. If you want to, while I'm talking about a few last things, hit me with any more questions. Go ahead and throw them down there. I'm ready to go. You got a 3-year-old baby girl. That's your motivation too, man. That is the best news going, man. There's nothing more precious than a baby girl. And there's no greater reason to get yourself together than to see that 3-year-old grow old and have kids, and maybe even see her kids have kids. I mean, what an amazing thing. So I got your back on that one 100%. If you want to drop a question, drop it. Make sure you guys stay tuned to my interview with my wife. One more time, guys, if you share one of my videos, tag me in the share, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I'm going to shout you out. I want to grow this channel. I want people to know that I'm here to help. I want people to know that I'm ready to get them going, and on their journeys. And so, anything you can do to help me get that out there, I appreciate each one of you. Debbie, wow, 12-year-old grandson, and you want to see him get into adulthood. Yeah, don't you want to dance at his wedding? Wouldn't that be amazing, Debbie? Dancing at that young boy's wedding, watching him being there at the hospital when he has a kid, maybe, that's what we're in it for. We're in it because we're set up in a system that has set us up to fail. I don't care what anybody says. It doesn't take me 10 seconds to drive to a McDonald's right now, to a 7-Eleven, to a Burger King, to a Subway, to a Wendy's. They're all right next to me, to an ice cream place. I got a snow cone place down the street. We are set up. You walk into a grocery store, there's just stuff that we shouldn't eat. Every corner we go to, we're told we need to eat over and over and over again. We're shoved all this propaganda and food in our faces, and we're set up to get sick. We're set up to buy food, and we're set up to get sick and die so that other people can profit. And, every one of us is standing here trying to do our best to get ourselves together. And I want to spread the word, because I guarantee you that the mainstream doctors aren't going to spread it. I guarantee you that the mainstream media is not going to spread it. I don't think Ellen DeGeneres is going to be calling my house asking me to come on the show when she finds out I fast, So at the end of the day, I think, and it's not because it's unhealthy, it's because there's no way anyone can make money off of it. And it's not Ellen that I'm disrespecting, but Ellen has Cheerios and Walmart and all these people that give her money to give out. None of them want to give money to somebody that's not spending money, that's going to get up in front of everybody on television and say, the last thing you need to do is eat. That's just not going to be it, man. Yeah. I mean, helping them with babies would just be an amazing thing, Debbie, Guys, Debbie's been hanging in for a long time. When I get off this thing, make sure you hop over to her channel, like her latest video, hear what she's got to say. She's got some good stuff over there in the middle of her journey. Wonderful lady. Everybody in this community is wonderful, guys. Some people, that were on the stream earlier today, the fasting pharmacist, get over there to her. My Redneck Keto Kitchen, get over and check out Aaron and his channel. And then, guys, Reggie's always close with me. She didn't pop on tonight. I'm sure she'll watch this later and comment. Reggie Edited, go hit her channel up. She's awesome. I love Reggie. Kayla Cox coming on my channel soon. Go like the Fasting Fat Man stuff. He's blowing up bigger than you could ever imagine. Hop on over to the Sun Kiss Keto. See what they have to say and what they got going on. They're two wonderful ladies. And we're just a community of people that are doing everything we can. Nurse Eric, I know hasn't posted in a while, but the main thing with Nurse Eric, join our Facebook group. If you haven't joined it, get on it, guys. Get on the Facebook group. It's called Fast Club. Like I said, Aaron's a member that was just on this chat. Fasting Pharmacist is a member. OMAD Dad is a member, another channel you guys could check out. So we have a community of people there, almost 7,000 people. Talk about fasting every day, talk about their problems. We share stories, we share lives. There's a free education program in there if you don't know what what the next thing for you to do is, guys. Hey, Debbie, yes, please, fasting members soon. We need you. Fast Club is an amazing group of people. Go join them. Matter of fact, I just talked to Nurse Eric, and he wants me to do some videos to do some education. So in the next 6 months or so, I'm going to have a video on OMAD. I'm going to have a video on Warrior Diet. I'm going to have a video on 5-2. I'm going to have a video on alternate day fasting. I'm going to talk about the different benefits of each one so that you can go in when you join. Not only can you read about the different fasting things, but you can go on and you can watch them too. So a lot of good stuff coming. The most important reason I hopped on today, this new wonderful laptop that I'm just already love. It's amazing, guys, but I got editing software with this. So, man, this is coming, and it's going to be great edited videos coming your way, guys. So I appreciate it. You 6 that hung with me till now, man, you guys are awesome. 17 minutes, the average viewer time in this video. That's awesome too, guys. If you are still on, one of you 6, hit that like for me so we can get those likes up a little bit. Guys, go down my list. Not this one. Nobody wants to watch an hour-and-a-half video. I understand that. Go find my favorite one that I did for you and share it, guys. Tag me in it. I love all of you weight loss warriors. Let's get with it. Let's keep grinding. Hit me up on any of my social medias. Hashtag Ask Cdub, and I'll get it in a live. I'll make sure I get back to you. All my new Reddit people, man, thank you for joining me today. I had my largest subscriber, growth besides maybe being on Kayla's show today. That was from Reddit, before and after, man. I appreciate you guys. Each one of you is amazing. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Thank you, man. I'm going to do my best to take care. You take care too. And I'm going to see you guys on the next one, man. Hey, I will make sure too, Debbie, so I will schedule it in advance so you'll know exactly when I'm going to be on with my wife, so you won't get it. So you'll be able to be there live and ask her questions. I'll make sure you don't miss it. Yeah, it's going to be a good time. My wife's a wonderful lady. After all, she dealt with Cdub for all these years, man, and she dealt with me when I was as big as a house. So, all right, guys, love y'all. I'll catch you on the next stream. Peace.